Hello and welcome to another episode of Codo Cinema, the podcast show where I talk about movies. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man. Well, we got a lot to talk about from two of the biggest film studios out there, being Walt Disney Pictures and Warner Brothers Studios. Somehow, these two studios are trying to duke out which studio is the most controversial rather than being the most successful studio. Because Warner Brothers and Disney have been having quite the year because they've been pretty controversial with some of their content that they've been releasing recently in the past years. That being said, let's talk about it. So, from the Disney side of things, let me fly on over. It's a new trailer for the live-action Pinocchio remake that is directed by Robert Zemeckis. And going back to the Brothers side of things, for Warner Brothers, it's Shazam and Aquaman being delayed. Anyway, well, I'm gonna fly over to Disney first and talk about the Pinocchio trailer that was recently dropped a couple of days ago. So now this was a second trailer. This was a second trailer from Disney for their live-action remake of Walt Disney's Pinocchio, which the film came out in 1940, and still a classic to this day. Though the original Pinocchio film that came out in 1940 is still a classic to this day. The remake, however, well, let's be fair, there has been several adaptations of Pinocchio, so it's like it's no different, but still it's still considered a remake. But for the remake, I'm not really sure how I feel about this film, but from the second trailer that I watched, it looks promising. It's starting to look promising. It looks like it has promise because as of now, we got to see more Pinocchio in this trailer compared to the first teaser trailer that we got. So obviously enough, the film is the live action film, which is directed by Robert Zemeckis, is set to premiere on Disney Plus on September 8th, which is actually Disney Plus Day, according to an article from Deadline, which is the name of the source. Deadline, basically, Deadline articles basically saying that the trailer dropped. We get first look photos of Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Pinocchio, and we get to see a little more of Tom Hanks as Pinocchio's father, Geppetto. So yeah, I mean the films, as I mentioned, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth voices Pinocchio, while we have Tom Hanks playing as Geppetto. We would get Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Pinocchio's conscience, Jiminy Cricket, who we actually get to hear him talk a little bit throughout the trailer. And to be quite honest, he actually sounds pretty good. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I mean, he sounds pretty good. He sounds pretty good as Jiminy Cricket. I mean, I know he won't top Cliff Edwards, who originally voiced Jiminy Cricket in the original Pinocchio, but to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's credit, he actually sounds pretty good. I mean, he has been in a few Disney films before, particularly Angels in the Outfield and Treasure Planet, but I got a feeling he might actually sound pretty good for this film. Plus, we would get to see Cynthia Erivo as the Blue Fairy, Keegan-Michael Key as Honest John, and of course a new character named Sophia the Seagull, being voiced by Lorraine Bracco. Oh, and Luke Evans as the Coachman. I mean, yeah. We even get to see Stromboli and Lampwick. Yeah, we actually to be actually in the trailer, we actually get to hear Stromboli's voice as he's introducing to Pinocchio, which is actually pretty good. I mean, looking ahead. I'm looking ahead. I will say this: the CGI for Pinocchio, it actually looks pretty good. Because here's the thing: when I saw the first trailer, my biggest gripe was like wondering if we were gonna see Pinocchio move. Obviously in the first trailer we did not. So, but now in this one, in this new trailer that we got to see a lot more of Pinocchio in the trailer, and the CGI for it is actually pretty good, and it kind of does. And the puppetry, the work, the CGI work plus the look of Pinocchio actually looks pretty good, and as if it was trying to like honor the original 1940 film of the same name, which I will say this, it looks pretty good. But the big question is that going to be enough for this film? Because I hope the story for this film is good, because classics to a remake, it's different, and I get it. It's gonna be different. The live action will not hold a candle to the original, but I will say this. I just hope the story is good. I'm actually glad that we got to see a little more of Pinocchio in this trailer, because that was my biggest gripe with the original trailer, that we never actually get to see Pinocchio move, despite seeing Pinocchio in puppet form. And seeing Jiminy Cricket in this trailer more is actually pretty good. And also we even get to see Figaro the cat, and of course Cleo the fish. And we only get to see Cleo at least once in that trailer, giving a smiley face, probably like the one that Cleo did in the original 1940 film after Figaro says goodnight to Cleo, as or something like that. But also we get to see a whale. A whale, the whale monstro. Oh, that's right. That's right. I completely forgot about that whale. That's right. We get to see Monstro the whale in that trailer for only one shot, and by goodness, I hope. Oh my goodness! Let's hope that whale sequence is a whale of a scene. Well, I hope. Well, let's hope that goes. Let's hope how that scene turns out. And by the way, the live action of Disney's Pinocchio remake is not the only Pinocchio film that is coming out. We got the Pauly Shore one also came out a couple of months back, and oh boy, that was pretty cringy. And now we even get another one from Guillermo del Toro, which also stars Ewan McGregor as the voice of Jiminy Cricket for the Netflix version of Pinocchio. And by the way, we would get to hear we would get to hear Cynthia Erivo sing "When You Wish Upon a Star," and having her sing the song is pretty good. I like her singing in that trailer. It's pretty good. It is a really good song, and I like the singing of it, because it really brings back some of the childhood memories watching the original Pinocchio. But not only that, but it also serves as the theme to the Walt Disney Pictures theme, and that is really something. We would get original songs composed by Alan Silvestri and Glenn Ballard, who they both contribute to working on the Polar Express, while Alan Silvestri has been a long-time collaborator with Robert Zemeckis. So yeah. Oh, and since it's also mentioned the CGI, we even get to see Honest John and his sidekick in CGI form. And I will say this, as creepy as the design for Honest John is, it does look pretty creepy, but the CGI is okay. The CGI reminds me of Swiper the Fox from that live action Dora the Explorer film that came out a couple years back. I'm pretty sure it was 2019. And the CGI fox design for Honest John looks a lot like Swiper the Fox, although a little bigger than what we got. So, yeah. I mean, looking ahead towards this film and from the trailer, I say it looks pretty promising. I mean, I don't know if the film will be good, despite Disney coming under fire lately with some of their controversial views and how they're trying to make the content appealing to a different audience rather than their mainstream audience. I think this film might actually turn out okay. I mean, it probably won't be the best remake, but it might be a decent remake at best. So now let's just hope for the best for this live action Disney's Pinocchio remake once it hits Disney Plus on September 8th. So now going to Warner Brothers, which there is another article from Deadline. We got word that Aquaman 2 and Shazam: Fury of the Gods are pushed to 2023. Although, yes, I am well aware that Aquaman 2 has already been scheduled to come out in 2023, but it was actually originally supposed to come out in 2022, but it was later pushed back. So now, Aquaman 2 is heading to Christmas of 2023, while Shazam: Fury of the Gods goes to March of 2023. Now, keep in mind, Shazam: Fury of the Gods was originally going to come out on. It was actually supposed to come out in November of 2022, which was this year, but now it's being pushed back. So it was actually pushed back and forth between 2022 and 2023. So y'all are probably wondering what was the reason behind that. Well, to be fair, for Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and I quote, to backfill that March 17th space, and also to capitalize on an Avatar-less March. So, I know that this came out a little weird, but still, but to quote on this article, this was the reason why Shazam: Fury of the Gods was pushed back to March, was because it was to backfill that March 17th space and also to capitalize on an Avatar-less March. David F. Sandberg's Fury of the Gods will be moving off its December 21st release date and heading to Aquaman 2's old date. And also another thing, Shazam 2 will have an IMAX access screens to IMAX screens on its new date, a premium ticket format that Disney will otherwise be sopping up this December with Avatar: The Way of the Water. So this means Shazam is trying to avoid competition with Avatar: The Way of the Water, which was coming out of Disney, or should I say 20th Century Fox, because Avatar: The Way of the Water is coming out this Christmas. So I guess David Zaslav, the CEO, the new CEO for Warner Brothers Discovery, is trying to avoid competition. So and I can actually see that, because if you really think about it, the first Avatar film that came out in 2009, that made big money, huge amounts of money, almost made $3 billion. I mean, it made about $2.8 billion. And that's close to $3 billion. If you really think about it, that's big, big money. While Shazam: Fury of the Gods, I mean, many people will probably speculate that the Shazam sequel will make a lot of money too. Now, granted, the first Shazam film didn't really make a ton of money, but it did make money that can at least break even and make a profit. But it wasn't really like it wasn't a $1 billion film, unlike the first Aquaman film that came out. And may I say this, the Joker film that came out as well. So I guess they were rooting for the Shazam sequel to be like a big multi-million-dollar film. So I guess that's why David Zaslav pushed the Shazam film, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, to um, to 2023. Now, Aquaman 2, going to Aquaman 2, um, Aquaman 2, I think for reasons why that's being pushed to Christmas, well, many were speculating because of the visual effects. I kind of get that to an extent, but also, I think they're Warner Brothers, David Zaslav of Warner Brothers Discovery, I think they're trying to decide on whether or not they're gonna cut off Mira's character out of the film, because there are still rumors speculating that the reason why Aquaman is being pushed to Christmas of 2023 is because of the whole Amber Heard situation that is going on. That which could be the reason. Now, it's never they haven't made it official on whether or not Amber Heard is going to be cut out of the film or not. I mean, she's only in it, from what I heard, she's only in it for a few scenes. I mean, which is not much, but if you really think about what happened back a couple months ago, the whole Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard situation, where Amber Heard falsely accused of Johnny Depp of beating up of like false allegations of basically Johnny Depp being a wife beater, because Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they were a couple at the time. They were a couple at the time, but it was revealed that Amber Heard became an abuser. She literally became an abuser. Although many people thought that Johnny Depp was the abuser, which is not actually true. It actually turned out to be Amber Heard, who literally falsely accused Johnny Depp during the marriage. And now the court has been given the favor to Johnny Depp. So, but obviously now, because since Aquaman 2 is basically, they're done filming, but they're just working on the special effects. Technically they're done filming, but they haven't gotten the film put together, basically edited together. So only time will tell if we're gonna hear something out of the fact that if Amber Heard is gonna be cut for the film, or they're gonna have to there's gonna be some reshoots for that film. Which I'm assuming there might be some reshoots, because normally there's gonna be there are gonna be films where you're gonna have to reshoot. You're gonna have to reshoot certain scenes because you may think that the scene may not turn out good, or the scene may need to be a lot better than it was, or sometimes maybe it's just because the casting didn't turn out. Maybe one cast member did not put up a good performance, which could be a reason why there may be a reshoot. That has happened before with the Han Solo film, where one of the actors, I forgot the actor's name. One of the actors was originally supposed to be playing Dryden Voss in the Han Solo film when they were under the direction of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Now, his character was recast during the reshoots because the original actor who played Dryden Voss wasn't able to return to reshoots due to other commitments, so they brought in another actor, Paul Bettany, to play Dryden Voss. Now, if Aquaman 2 are going to do reshoots, they might end up recasting Amber Heard with someone else, or they might cut the character out completely. I don't know the whole scoop of that situation, so we'll see what the decision that Warner Brothers Discovery and David Zaslav will do. So anyway, that's kind of my take on this whole story. But what do you all think? What do you all think? Are you all looking forward to the live action Pinocchio film? Are you surprised? Are you also surprised about the whole Warner Brothers Discovery decision to push back the release dates for Aquaman 2 and Shazam: Fury of the Gods? Let me know your thoughts. And this is just my own thoughts, but let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. But also keep the comments positive. So So yeah, let me know your thoughts about all this. And anyway, thank you all for tuning in to Codo Cinema. I'm your host Mark Codo, aka Codo Man. Remember to watch movies and stay positive.